die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They ain't thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment.
Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Detroit Lions. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
That's good for the Lions.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Throwing is Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 39.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On second down now. It's Coleman. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Tevin Coleman. His 19th touchdown now on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Forbath, the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go! The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go. Waiting! All day, baby, all day. Watch it.
Here's the second year back from Southern Miss, Ito Smith. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 17-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Wentz. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Hey, come on, come get some. Come get some. Come on here, come get some. Here, want it. 46 down, man, 5-4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Wide open receiver complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
74. Watch twist. Hey, dude. Kill. 53's the mic. 53.
Now Wentz. That's complete to Smith.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Here we go. Waiting! Number 53, Mike 53.
A 1st down carry for Smith. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Smith. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Here we go. Hey, Alpha. Mike 50. We hold this.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Miles Boykin with his first career NFL touchdown, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Elliott Good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Watch the whip.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson steps away to his left. He'll run it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, partner, that's one of the problems when you sell out to stop the run on 3rd and short. Sometimes you break the initial wall and you go a long way.
So how do you prevent it?
That's tough to do. That really is tough to do. One of the things offenses like to do nowadays in practice, they do a lot of working against equal numbers. They'll start putting more and more numbers on defense and just telling the offensive guys, figure it out, learn how to block it. We may see this situation.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsay, and they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he is going to lose yardage here. So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete.
The first time I saw Marcus Peters was in a practice session when he was at the University of Washington. I literally was watching someone else, and my eyes kept going to him. I thought he played the corner position with extreme intelligence, even as an undergrad there.
What year was that?
It would have been his sophomore year at Washington, and he's carried over those same playmaking skills to the NFL, and we just saw him knock one away.
4th down, here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Lions have taken the lead.
The defense was almost too good on that play. They took away all of his targets. The one thing they forgot, to account for him as a runner. And he was able to tuck it and go for the end zone and get it done.
Forbath able to convert the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. On first and 10, here's Wentz. He's going to air one out. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
On second down, here's Smith. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Back man. 280. Check 24. Check.
Here's Wentz to throw. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. On first down, it's Smith. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
So you feel it? I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in the prison, man, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 20/20 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is in. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all. Honey, y'all, dash, honey, y'all, dash, honey, y'all, dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly with
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2000. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Lefty. Defense. Shoot! Watch the shoot!
Ito Smith, his first carry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play.
Exit.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
7 yards. It's second down.
So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long. To throw, it's Wentz. Room to run past midfield. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 43.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it. What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And some room to maneuver. And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Detroit. Tevin Coleman. His 19th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Forbath, the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
A give to Smith out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Mike. Go. Mike. Here we go. Rip 5-2. Come here.
Now Wentz. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to give it to Ridley. Dante Jackson picks it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, Coleman. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Ready. 52. Hey, it's just me and you. 22, Jet, Bomber. 22, Jet, Bomber. Go. 52. Exit.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey. 6 yards puts him right on the doorstep, but now it'll be 4th and goal.
A gain of 6 yards brings up 4th down and goal.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll run it with Coleman. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback.
And now look at him go. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ito Smith, 99 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson throwing again. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. Philip Dorsett by himself. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Philip Dorsett, 77 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, able to avoid him. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Fielded just inside the 20. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a give right side, Coleman. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
You got me ready. Don't be scared of it. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Coleman. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Watch out, watch out.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. Dorsett making the catch. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 37. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he's got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now Jackson on the screen. This is Coleman. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 4-yard line.
Check.
On 2nd and a couple, Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that what you face, and analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Handoff, Coleman, right side. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson, flush to his right. He'll try and run it. Jackson, always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Jackson on first down. Flushed out right, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Jackson. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. They'll run on first down. Coleman, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Jackson eluding the pressure right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. Nope. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game will just start all over.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Switch.
Now Ito Smith. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
He's crossing. He's checking crowd. Slam, slam.
Now a give right side. It's Coleman. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
It's easy work and it's coming again.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Check 4, check 4. Kill. Hey, turn it out. He's checking. Crash. Jump, 6, 4. Quick, check.
They will run again with Coleman. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Set, ready. Pittsburgh. Watch the slack. Check 99. Check 94.
On 3rd down, Coleman. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They'll try and run for it. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Cameron Jordan make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Check.
Here's Coleman on the toss. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
5-2 to Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. Did you get this boy? You think you get this?
From the gun, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 24 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Now it's Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
The screen was executed and completed, but where's the worry on the play? How many times is a quarterback going to get hit? Because offensive linemen have to do an acting job of making sure it looks like they're whiffing on blocks. But you got to slow them down a little bit, because if you don't, that's a lot of big guys coming at your quarterback in a big, fast way. And boy, he can get hurt.
They'll run with Lindsey. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. One more time with Lindsey. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
I'm coming after you. Get along. 52's and Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. We got to get the ball. D, get the ball right here. Let's go.
Now a give right side. It's Coleman, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal.
It's now 4th and goal.
They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal.
Check, 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 check.
It's Coleman here, and he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Bucs defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand.
53, Mike. One twist.
They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line.
Check 15. He's coming.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Go. 180. 53. I'm trying to collect. 36.
They go back to the ground with Smith. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
You. Check 31.
They'll run it here with Smith. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go, Pete. Tighten up.
On second down, it's Smith. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you are
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Miles Jack there to make the tackle. from the 45 on second down. Jackson, pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Jackson. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Coleman now. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Wentz. It's caught. Smith. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Wentz to throw, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taking it about the 16. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do they do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you. Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsay. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, Everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
On second down, it's Coleman. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. Here's Jackson. It's caught. Jones. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
First down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And Forbath will put this one through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Detroit, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.